Hey gamers, why does every single website want my email? Why is that going on nowadays? Why is every time I log into a video game or something of that variety, they ask me, input your email, do this, do that. Are they trying to send me something? Are they trying to gain access to my email and see all of my hidden files? Why does everybody want my email? I can't do anything without them asking for my email. What if I don't have an email? What if I can't do that? Oh, it's for security and confirmation and all that jazz. Back in the day, you may not know this, there used to be browser games on Cartoon Network. You could play browser games. There's a game where you could do Ben 10 fusions and just mix two fusions together and make weird amalgamations of Ben 10 fusions. No, look at the screen. Look at the screen. There was a Ben 10 fusion maker. I don't know if you know about this. This is a Ben 10 fusion maker. I didn't have to sign into an email to play this or do anything of that variety. I just had to go into the browser games. This was an eldritch era of Beyond the Veil where you probably didn't even know about this. You didn't know this existed, did you? Or you had no clue all these cool fusions that you're seeing on screen even existed. Yeah, this was the amazing times. This was the best of times. This was the best of rhymes. I enjoyed every second about that. It was fun. Every single time I do anything, they crave an email from me. I don't grasp it. Am I losing something, a part of my soul, every time I sign up for these emails? Should I possibly read the terms and conditions? Well, I started to. Have you ever read the terms and conditions before? Say anything? They have access to a lot of stuff. You know when you get a new app and they ask you for permissions for stuff? I started to pay attention to that. And now it's actually bothering me. Why do you need access to my notepad? Why do you need access to my keyboard? What purpose do you have getting access to my keyboard? It's messing me up. I'm starting to understand why everybody is saying you should get a VPN. At first I thought, you guys are being skeptical. You guys are being too overly cautious. I'm not being cautious enough, because I didn't know how important and valuable the information they're taking from me is. I looked up my name on a people finding thing. They have my current address. I moved here a month ago. No mail has been sent here. They have my current address, the one I'm at right now, freely and publicly available online. That is horrifying. Why do you have that information? How did you get it? Is it because I signed up with that email? Because I was playing RuneScape. And they asked for my email, and I said, it's just RuneScape. And RuneScape used echolocation, the longitude and latitude of my foreskin, to figure out exactly where I'm at, to figure out the exact coordinates to launch a bomb on me, to destroy me, and annihilate me with information. Do you know how horrifying that is? To be somebody, at least at my medium level of entertainment, and to have people know my exact location? Recently, I had this guy come up to me and said, I knew you stayed around here. I said, okay. That's cool. He said, I just didn't know exactly where you were. I said, cool. That's interesting information. He said, yeah, we should hang out. I said, I don't think so. That feels dangerous. I feel like hanging out would be not kosher to the brand. I feel like that would be counterintuitive to the sport, the love of the game. He said, why not? I said, because you want my email, don't you? I don't know what he wants. He might want my email. And it's so many websites. It's not just one. It's not just two. It's not just three. It's not just four. It's not that. It's so many different things coalescing into this thing. I have 27 emails so I can have a bunch of different free trials. That was my goal. I have a bunch of emails so I get a bunch of free trials to keep going and all that jazz. That was my goal and process when I was younger, to just get a bunch of emails. That's all I wanted. Now it's worse. Now all these emails are becoming a hindrance, because to use YouTube and comment, you obviously need a Google account. You need email. To use Hulu, to use Netflix, there's no freedom with that. You just need to make an email and an account. There's almost no services on the online spectrum where you can enjoy or access the full scope of things without making some secure email to do so. But why do they want it? What are you gaining by this? The amount of information that comes in through my email is so much. I get my bills sent there. I get all my access stuff sent there. I get a lot of codes. If I lost my email, I would have to reset up my bill pay. I would have to reset up all this other stuff. And I'm just really venting and complaining right now because it feels as though there's some bigger scheme, some machination inside of the brain scheme of the bigger confines, the bigger gods up there that might be coalescing and looking down on me and figuring out what my email is, to figure out the the small minutia of my eating habits, how I walk, how I pee, if I fart funny, if I accidentally snore. They're trying to figure something out about me. I don't know what they're doing. I have no clue. I'm pretty confused about the entire thing. And it's sad. It's so sad that I don't care now. I've begun to care less and less. I had a manic episode like 5 weeks ago, and that's when I was thinking about making this whole Confines and talking about this. But at this point, I think there's bigger issues than my email now. I think there's sadly so many bigger issues than my email. I think that despite the fact that there's big issues, we should focus on the small issues too. But the smaller issues have to be dealt with later. They can't be put to the forefront right now. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe if we focus on the biggest issue, all the smaller issues seem more. But no, for instance, let's say you broke your leg, right? Okay, you broke your leg. But then with your other leg, there's a rock in your shoe. Do you focus on the broken leg or the rock in your shoe? Both are of levels of severity that could mess you up. But I would focus on the thing I can handle first. So that's why I try to focus on the smaller issues. I can't fix the economy. I don't know what's going on with these tariffs. I'm having a horrible time learning about Donald Trump every single day. Who knows what? I don't even know when this video is going to get released. Who knows what new crazy thing is going to happen next? We might not even have a stock market. Who knows? Who knows? Wall Street might actively just go under. Who knows? That'd actually be pretty cool if Wall Street goes under. That'd be actually pretty nice. Who knows what's happening? I have no clue what in God's name is going on. But I do know I need to figure out a way to stop giving my email to so many companies. I gotta figure that out, because every single time you can't log into anything, you can't do nothing. You can't do anything. Are you trying to do something? Go ahead, try to do anything right now. Try to comment right now. Can't do it. You need to put your email in, huh? Yeah, don't you? Go ahead, go to do something different. Go to a streaming service. Go do anything like that. Everything on God's disgusting, weak, vitriolic, tasty, sexy little blue marble is getting destroyed every second, and we're just making this life more hell than what it needs to be. We are creating a perpetual peruvial hell on this world, on this landscape. For what? What do we gain by doing this, huh? What do you gain from my email? You want my information so bad? Pry it from my alive, warm, delicious, sultry, captivating, smoothly moistured hands, you sicko psychopath. That's what you can do. I'm having a bad day right now. Everything's bad. I got a bad headache. I woke up on the wrong side of bed quite literally because my cat was messing with me, and apparently I landed up on the floor that's knocking a few things over, and my girl was a little bit upset because I kicked her in my sleep, and then she smacked me in my sleep. That retaliated with a kick, and we ended up wrestling but with no foreplay, and it wasn't fun. Life has been bad for a while, but it's getting worse because I need to make another email. It's so bad. I assigned to an email to use this editing program to put the captions on the bottom so they can just be incorrect the entire time. This is all bad. I hate that I gotta get my email to so many people.
I'm your Nick and Night, be my Laura. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you